Alright guys, welcome back to another episode Up and Running. Thanks for watching. Alright, on today's episode, we're going to focus on the square body Chevy pickups. We're going to talk about two-wheel drive versus four-wheel drive cabs. We're going to put a transmission in a Suburban, and who knows what else. So I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching. Alright, so on this old Suburban, we're going to put a new transmission in. It's the one we were looking at for the 55 Chevy. So it's that one right there. So let's have me walk underneath and just take a look at how hard of a job. So two-wheel drive.
That bolt's broken off right there.
Oh yeah. Well, we got a broken exhaust bolt right off the bat. It's always fun. I guess looks about like any other transmission to do. Things in pretty good shape. Floors are nice and solid. Getting a little dark. All right, should be a fun little project. Oh, the catalytic converter's way back here behind the transmission. That could be a little interesting. All right, well, let's get started. All right, so Robert got the exhaust all the way down on this. It was a tough one. I'm not gonna shoot every minute of taking bolts out of this transmission, but I'll just kind of do an overview of it so you guys know what's going on. I think he took the torque converter off already. Yeah, so that cover is off, and now he's working on taking the bolts out that hold the transmission in. Looks like he's got all the speedometer cable and the plugs and stuff like that off already, so he's making some good progress. All right, so Ed and Robert got that trans out. Well, Robert. And so let's go look at the truck and see what that looks like. Robert said this practically fell out. He wishes he could do them every day. He's giving me a look now. Sorry for the little glare there. That's the downside of this lift. You got several windows here. Yeah, these are really pretty simple. I missed it on the video, but Robert said this one actually wasn't too bad. So this is what's going to go in. So I think it's, we looked at it and it's, you know, all the same. So it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, these, it seems like there's a lot less junk in the way on these compared to the new ones. All right, Robert's got the new transmission up on the trans jack, and it's ready to go in. So hopefully before too much longer, this thing will be out running and driving again. Ed and I went and stuck the transmission in this thing yesterday, and just put the 6 bolts in it. And Robert's going to be working more on it, I think, today. As long as there were 2 of us and we had a couple minutes, we just went ahead and stuck that in real quick. It's hard to do by yourself. It's not impossible, but it's easier with a second person. All right, Robert's got the transmission in this now. I haven't showed you the engine in here. So this is a throttle body injection. So that's what that unit is right there in the center is the throttle body injection. They were kind of a real simple fuel injection, and the first GM fuel injection, you know, in the modern era, I guess. I know they had fuel injection before this, but this was the more common, you know, later model versions of fuel injection. So we'll get some video of this thing driving around, and I don't know if Robert's got trans fluid in it yet or not, but anyway, I wonder if this had some kind of an alarm on it at one point in time. Somebody definitely added a little speaker there. It's got the pancake compressor on it for the AC. We'll take a look inside here as well. We haven't done that yet. It's got power windows, power locks, tilt, cruise. Yeah, a little bit of glare. Sorry about that. Looks like it's got some of the original like owner's manual stuff on the seat there. Console. Sorry it's a little dark. It's pouring rain out there today too. I kind of like these wheels. You know, I don't like them as much as the rally wheels, but they're kind of a cool early aluminum wheel on these things. So this Suburban's a two-wheel drive, so you can see the hump in the middle is you know, much smaller than the four-wheel drive ones. All right, Ed filled it with tranny fluid. He's checking it out now. Well, he put a few quarts in anyway. He's probably got to put another 4 or 5 quarts in or something.
Are those the injectors for you?
Oh, that's the injectors.
Just not used to it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you though, this is a nice setup. Basic fuel injection.
Yeah. All right, it did go into gear. Ed checked it and it did go into gear, so that's good news.
Something you videotape it, you put it online.
Yeah.
And then
It almost put a quart of oil in there, of engine oil.
the and at the end of your episode, you say, "Hey, the trans didn't work. We don't know why."
Yeah.
Or it did for a mile.
Yeah, that's probably what would have happened.
All right, that's it for now. I'm gonna wash my hands and go.
All right, we're gonna check the fluid level. Needs a little more.
I'm shocked it went into gear.
Yeah.
Could you get me 2 more?
Yeah.
You know, Turbo 400s, you get a quart low. Turbo 350s, they act up. We're pretty darn close.
Yeah,
right
we're
now.
real close.
I'll just leave it and take it for a ride.
Yeah, take her a ride, let it get good and warmed up, and see what happens. Alright, here it's inaugural run. Watch out for the box over there.
I don't know why you put those tires there. So we heard nothing since we sent the radiators back.
Yeah. There's a shift.
I never called there's Jamie. She's flying.
Yeah. Shift.
Good shift points. I guess I was in third already.
Yeah. Second. Third.
I can't put a speedometer or something.
I was just gonna say, I just noticed can't talk. Just noticed the
So we never
speedometer's
know.
not working.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know if it was working to begin with, so.
That cable could be busted.
We've got a little adjustment to do on the kickdown, and then we've also got, see why the speedometer's not working, so that's what we're gonna do right now.
You know, could somebody, it feels like there's, could somebody look up there and see if the speedo is turning? There's no gear. There's no speedo gear.
Oh, that's why it doesn't work. Well, we'll still verify that that turned. So they didn't put the speedometer gear on the tail shaft?
Son of a... Unless I'm missing it. Look in there. I don't see one. I didn't feel one. Are you looking, Robert?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm...
Okay, yeah,
It's jumping up?
yeah.
I do not see a speedometer gear on there.
Let me see if it says in the instructions. Are we supposed to pull that tail shaft and do it?
I don't know.
How loose that one is.
Yeah.
It came off like that too.
So that other one was really just stuck on there.
Yeah.
I mean, I never remember those being a problem getting them on and off, so.
No, and I was squeezing it the way I thought, and it just wouldn't come off. And that's when I'm gonna look it up.
Alright, now we should have a speedometer. Alright guys, with the popularity of these square body trucks soaring right now, there's something that I've actually run into a couple of times that I wanted to make sure you guys know about if you're out looking for parts. So for example, this is a four-wheel drive pickup, and I've had a couple times when people have been looking for cabs, and I realized they were going to take a cab off a two-wheel drive that was originally a four-wheel drive, or vice versa. But there actually is a difference in the cab, so I figured I was going to show it to you just so you knew. So this is a four-wheel drive. This happens to be an 87. So we're going to open the door here, and if you look, there's a four-wheel drive. Now look how tall this hump is in this particular truck. So the floor is different in a four-wheel drive than it is a two-wheel drive. So that hump is much bigger. Now let's walk over here and we'll look in a two-wheel drive, and you can see the difference in the hump. Okay, so you can see this is a much smaller hump, where the four-wheel drive comes up, you know, about this high, and this one's a much more subtly sloped hump than what the four-wheel drives have in them. So we got another four-wheel drive over here. Let's go take a look at this one. Stuff out of the way. Oh, that's falling apart. But anyway, you can see how much taller and how much more steep this is versus a subtle slope in the two-wheel drive. There you can see, you know, the hump a little bit on this side. Let's go over here. Here's a two-wheel drive right next to it. And you can see it's a much more subtle slope. Let me get down on one of the four-wheel drive ones, and I think that'll help you see this as well. So there you can see how much taller that is. Now, the same holds true. Let's walk over here in the Blazers and Suburbans as well. Let's see here. This is a two-wheel drive Suburban. Let's see if I can get in here. So that's a much more subtle slope. And there's a four-wheel drive Suburban right over here. And you can see that's a much taller slope. The same goes for Blazers. You know, they're much, you know, steeper if they're four-wheel drive versus the two-wheel drive. I don't have a two-wheel drive Blazer anywhere to show you, but let's see. Here's a four-wheel drive Blazer, and you can see how tall that hump is. Now in this case, it's a bolt-in hump, which is kind of nice for access, you know, but it's a much taller type hump again. Not all of them are bolt-in humps. So anyway, something to think about when you're you know, if you're going to be replacing a cab or a, you know, big chunk of the body on these square body trucks. So you might want to you know, get the one, you know, two-wheel drive versus four-wheel drive, whatever you have. So hope you enjoyed that. All right, that's going to wrap it up for another episode Up and Running. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and be sure to come back next time. All right, guys, welcome back to it. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of... Oh, my God. All right, let's try it one more time. I'm just not going to be able to spit this out today.